Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Movie Loft, or the Movie Attic. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but anyway, some people suggested that I should do my little videos from here because it's a movie channel, and this is where all my movie stuff is. And this is where I watch my movies and whatnot. So I'm probably going to do it from here from now on. I was going to do a video about Star Trek. I had a little marathon last week. I watched Star Trek 1 to 6, and I was going to talk about that. But I just found out yesterday morning that Rob Reiner and his wife had been killed by their son. Yeah, so I decided I was going to talk about that. This one kind of hits home, having someone in my family that suffered from addiction and mental illness and seeing what it did to my parents. I can only imagine what the Reiner family had gone through, and for it to end like this is just unbelievably tragic. And also the fact that I'd grown up watching Rob Reiner movies. He was one of my favorite directors in the 80s, from about 1984 to 1992. He could do no wrong in my eyes. All the movies he came out with at that time were masterpieces in their own right. But before that, he did start off in a TV show called All in the Family. That's really where he got his fame from. Not unlike what's his name? Yeah, of course. Not unlike Ron Howard. He started in television and then went on to make a bunch of amazing movies. Not only that, he actually changed cinema in a lot of ways because, as a lot of people know, shows now like The Office and Curb Your Enthusiasm and Arrested Development, a bunch of shows that are more filmed in kind of a documentary style fashion without a laugh track and all that.
The number bods, do not be fooled by their job descriptions. They are absolutely mad, all of them. Especially that one. He's mental. Not literally, obviously, that wouldn't work.
I call them mockumentaries. Well, it all started with a movie called This Is Spinal Tap. Some people will argue it started before then. I don't think so. This Is Spinal Tap, in my opinion, was the very first one. And it was so real and so realistic that I actually thought Spinal Tap was like a real band. They went on tour and stuff, and in the 80s, I just thought it was a real band. I found out later that the whole thing was a joke. Kind of to take the piss of British rock bands at the time, that kind of glamour rock scene or whatever, just the egos that they had and how funny it was to take a look at that from a satirical look. Sticking cucumbers in your pants to look like you have bigger bulges, if you know what I mean.
Would you,
Yeah, it's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. I watch it all the time still. Yeah, that's really beginning of when Rob Reiner started to really hit them out of the ballpark. The next one is my mom's personal favorite movie. It's called Stand By Me. It's probably the best adaptation of a Stephen King novel there's ever been. Besides maybe with exception of Shawshank Redemption, possibly. Yeah, the kids, the chemistry with the kids, the directing in that with the kids is just unbelievable. And the Stand By Me just had a ton of heart to it. The way Rob Reiner was able to direct these kids and pull out such incredible performances from them, from people like River Phoenix at the time and Will Wheaton.
oh, gives a fuck anyway. I just wish that I could go someplace where nobody knows me.
It just had a bunch of heart. It was such a beautiful story, and it was the next one that really I loved by Rob Reiner. I think I might have skipped one. C. It was called The Sure Thing, but other than that, there was like 5 or 6 in a row that were just amazing. The next one was The Princess Bride. This came out at a time where there was a lot of fantasy movies. In the 80s, it was a big genre, but most of them were pretty serious, and you had the Conan movies and all that kind of stuff. That was the cool thing about Princess Bride. It was a comedy fantasy movie, and the casting was amazing. I mean, you have Andre the Giant, who's not an easy guy to cast for obvious reasons, but he played a giant in it, a big kind of dumb giant, and he was awesome in it.
Look, are you just fiddling around with me or what?
I just want you to feel you're doing well. I hate for people to die in bad. You're quick.
The cast was unbelievable. It's just a really funny, memorable movie. That marriage of comedy and fantasy together is not an easy thing to pull off, and it really shows off the diversity that Rob Reiner was able to do. He didn't just stick to one style. He was always wanting to experiment with different styles, which I think is amazing in a director. Which kind of brings me to the next one, which was When Harry Met Sally. Now, I'm not a big rom-com fan, especially these days. I think they're pretty lame, not going to lie. I don't watch them. But in the 80s and the early 90s, like, they were good. They were funny. And I'm talking about movies like Four Weddings and a Funeral, Pretty Woman, even the ones with Tom Hanks, You've Got Mail and Sleepless in Seattle. They were really nice movies. They were good. They made you laugh. They made you cry. They had all the right beats. But one rose above them all, and that was When Harry Met Sally. Just a really clever, funny movie. Really well written, really well directed. By far my favorite romantic comedy ever made. But yeah, that's definitely just another one in the long stream of amazing flicks he did. Because then, showing his diversity again, he did another Stephen King adaptation, but this time it was a thriller called Misery, which is just an amazing flick. It came out at a time when I was reading a lot of Stephen King novels. I knew all about him. I was kind of obsessed with him at the time. So that movie came out right at that time, and I didn't get to see it in theater because I was too young, but I did watch it a billion times on VHS when it came out. I loved it. It didn't hold back. It was pretty raw.
Any for God's,
Shh, darling. Trust me.
God's sake.
It's for the best.
You had Kathy Bates and James Caan, pretty much the whole movie for the most part, and they did a great job. Kathy Bates won the Academy Award for her role as Annie Wilkes. And if you haven't seen that one, check it out. It's another brilliant Rob Reiner flick. And then finally, there's the last one that is really good. I haven't seen it in a while. It's not up there with the other ones, I would say, but it's still a really good movie. It was A Few Good Men. Another kind of political thriller, I guess you would call it in a way. With Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson, Demi Moore. And yeah, it's got those famous lines in it. You know, you can't handle the truth. The courtroom scenes are really intense. And that was mainly his string of amazing flicks. After that, he kind of fell off, as most directors do. He had a bunch of other movies that just didn't quite do as well. But to do as many as he did in a row, just absolute gem films that were such a huge part of my childhood. He's definitely still, I would say, one of my favorite directors, even to today. It's just so sad to hear how his life ended, especially when you look at something like When Harry Met Sally and the interviews with the old people. He obviously had a lot of respect for the twilight years and the golden years, and to think that his life ended with his wife like this is just absolutely heartbreaking. So my condolences go to their family and friends. And before I go, I made a little montage video just to show respect to his body of work. Again, this is just the movies that I loved. But anyway, I'll leave you guys with that. And I hope you enjoy. Okay, take care.
Michael, where's your tie? Well, I tried, Gloria, but it doesn't look good with an empty neck.
Hey, look, Edith, he wore his Halloween costume.
See? Still got the old tagger on it. See, never even played it. See?
You just bought it?
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I wasn't going to touch it.
No, don't touch it.
I was just pointing at it.
Well, don't point even.
Don't even point?
No, it can't be played. Never. I mean,
Can I look at it?
No.
Do you think I'm weird? Definitely. No, man, seriously. Am I weird? Yeah, but so what? Everybody's weird.
Here they are, throwing all kinds of junk and debris at officers of the law. Desecrating on the American flag. The hell are them peaceniks want, anyhow?
Well, I think they just don't like the idea of America fighting an illegal and immoral war.
Would you like to have dinner? Just friends.
I thought you didn't believe men and women could be friends.
When did I say that?
On the ride to New York.
No, I never said that. Yes, that's right. They can't be friends.
What is this? Are you trying to trick me? And where's the sports? Is this a kissing book?
$26,000 worth of sides? What are these sides? They cure cancer?
The sides did cure cancer. That's the problem. They were there. That's why they were expensive.
Shut up.
I'm serious. I know.
Stop.
This is a top to, what we use on stage, but it's very, very special because if you can see, the numbers all go to 11.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
This isn't what happened last week. Have you all got amnesia? They just cheated us. This isn't fair. He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodie car.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
It doesn't work this way.
Well, how does it work?
I don't know, but not this way.
How about this way? I love that you get cold when it's 71 degrees out. I love that it takes you an hour and a half to order a sandwich. I love that you get a little crinkle above your nose when you're looking at me like I'm nuts. I love that after I spend a day with you, I can still smell your perfume on my clothes. And I love that you are the last person I want to talk to before I go to sleep at night. And it's not because I'm lonely, and it's not because it's New Year's Eve. I came here tonight because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
You see? That is just like you, Harry. You say things like that and you make it impossible for me to hate you.